I done beat a lot of stuff. No matter what they try to take away from me, I beat it. I beat it.
Boom. Right.
And I'm still trying to, push forward. When people say legacy, I feel like you gotta picture where I came from. I already done enough.
The mega fight, that dance with destiny, is nearly at hand. And with both superstars in the fine-tuning stage, secrecy is crucial. That's why Davis made sparring the most important element of any camp, off limits to cameras. But his team's visible confidence hints at his readiness.
Hey, you having fun, ain't you?
We are now officially 2 weeks away from Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis, and the energy around this fight is getting intense. Every new clip, every leak sparring update, and every photo from Tank's camp is turning this matchup into a full storm.
Many years ago, legendary champion Marvin Hagler remarked that it's hard to get up and do road work at 5 a.m. when you're sleeping in silk pajamas. In other words, when you're hungry, when you're chasing something, the grind comes naturally.
Good.
But once you're comfortable, that fire can fade. Unless it was never about comfort in the first place.
Tank looks huge. That lightweight frame is gone. He's walking around heavier, wider, and stronger. His chest, shoulders, and arms look like he's been training with powerlifters, not boxers. You can practically feel the power in his punches through the screen.
You gotta have confidence. The crowd, the hype. I don't know what type of person Frank are. I could tell body language. And I would see it. I would see it if he's nervous or anything like that inside the ring. If it do play a big part, I take advantage of it.
But people are misunderstanding something. Don't confuse Tank's added size with lost speed. We've seen this before. Remember Terrence Crawford? Everyone said he'd be too small when he moved up. They said Canelo was too big. Then Crawford walked in heavier, sharper, and dominated. That's the same kind of approach Tank is using now.
You gotta remember, you need a performance of your life. The whole world will watch this like that.
Oh, yeah.
Big stage, record audience, millions watching. For Tank, this is nothing new. But it's not exactly the same either, because he's never had such a treacherous opponent to prepare for.
This isn't just weight gain, this is smart. Controlled muscle. Tank isn't trying to outrun Jake Paul. He's trying to overpower him. Every pound looks intentional. His movement is still quick. With 2 weeks to go, the message is simple. Tank isn't adjusting to Jake's size. He's preparing to make Jake his next highlight reel knockout.
I don't want to lose. I hate losing. I know Tank hate losing. Lamont damn sure don't want to lose, so it's gonna make for a good fight, man.
Right when everyone was talking about Tank's wild training camp, David Benavidez stepped in with calm, heavyweight logic. He said he's happy Tank is getting paid, but he'd rather see Tank fight Shocker Stevenson, Devin Haney, and the real top guys. And honestly, he's right. Fans have been waiting for those legacy fights for years.
I just want to see Tank fight Shakur Stevens, Devin Haney, all the fights, man. Like, you know what I mean? I think it's Tank, as a world champion first, he should give us those fights. Because those are the fights I want to see, not taking anything away from the fight with Jake Paul. I know it's going to be a big fight with big money.
But Benavidez also made an important point. He understands the business side. He basically said what everyone is thinking. This fight is not just about skills, it's about danger. And size. That's why it's exciting. One of the most explosive punchers since Mike Tyson is stepping into a wild matchup. That could get ugly fast. And people complaining about Tank making $40 million. Come on. Anyone would take that deal instantly.
It's not really, it's competitive to the point where it's not really about the skill. It's about the size and the skill. You know what I mean? Because Tank is way smaller than Jake Paul, but we know that if he lands a good shot, it could be over for Tank. But also, in my opinion, Jake Paul is so big that if he lands the right shot, maybe if he lands in the back of the head or in the side of the head, it might.
Then Abel Sanchez came in with old school honesty. He said, as a fan, I don't like the fight. But as a coach, take the money. And he's right. He wasn't talking about legacy, he was talking about career longevity. His message was simple: if fighting is your job, make sure it pays your bills. It's the truth.
Well, you know what? As a fight fan, I don't like the fight. But as a coach, I think it's a good move for Tank Davis. I mean, I've seen too many kids go out of this sport with not a cent in their pocket. And I think that if Tank Davis takes advantage of a big payday like that, I think it's a ridiculous fight as far as a fight fan. But as a coach, I understand it. You have to take care of your own.
Boxing is full of broke legends who earn belts but not money. Tank taking the Jake Paul fight isn't ducking its strategy. It's smart business. And Abel didn't hold back when talking about Jake. He practically laughed at the idea of Jake being a threat. He said Tank has been fighting bigger guys his whole life.
In the street, that's who he was fighting. He was fighting bigger guys than him. He was always a smaller guy. So he knows how to fight those big guys. He knows how to duck up underneath and throw those looping shots because that's who he fought in the street. At least that's my opinion anyway. He's always been the little guy, and I'm sure that in the streets he wasn't a choir boy. I'm sure that he had his moments, and everybody was bigger than him. So he knows how to take care of himself. I don't think Jake Paul is a threat.